Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope that you're all doing well. I send you guys much love and light. So today's readings ask the question, should I make a move? So what does that move look like to you? It could be breaking a no contact situation, telling someone how you feel. It's you making a move, whatever that looks like to you. That's what today's readings are all about. And we're going to explore the potential outcome if you decide to make that move. So we'll go sign by sign. Feel free to watch for your sun, moon, and rising sign if you're looking for more messages from spirit. Let's jump right in, you guys. Before I begin, I just want to take a moment to invite the white light of the Holy Spirit. All right, Aquarius, if you make this move, what is the potential outcome? I'm picking up on Virgo's energy and Pisces energy, so I wonder if this is about a Virgo or a Pisces. Could be cross watchers or your own moon or rising sign, Aquarius. It's funny because this person definitely has hard feelings when it comes to you. I can see where their ego is bruised currently, but then they miss you on top of that. So I know that they do want you to make a move. I know that for their ego's sake, they want you to come forward. And if you do come forward and make your move, Aquarius, this person is going to be very warm and receptive toward you. Even tell you how much they miss you. They'll show a bit of vulnerability until I feel they pull back, because that's what it feels like this person will do. Embrace you at first when you come towards them or whenever you reach out to them. But then I can see their ego getting the best of them. And now that they feel like you reached out and they have power and control, it feels like they just abuse that power and control. Not getting back to you in a timely manner, because what you're going to want to do from that point, I can see, is keep the communication going between the two of you. Like, you pass them the ball, you want them to pass the ball back to you, to get the ball rolling between the two of you. I can see that's what you want. And it feels like this person will mislead you, and they'll mislead you because it comes from their ego, and now they feel like they have the power because you made the first move. And I can see them switching up on you. That's what it feels like. You're thinking that you're making headway with them, and then all of a sudden this person's energy is switching up and they're pulling back. They're not as easy to communicate with. Feels like you're just having a difficult time understanding what they really want and where you stand with them. So it's putting you in this position where you keep trying to prove yourself over and over again to this person until ultimately it feels like you just turn inward. Feels like, you know what, it could even be some of you here finding the final closure you need about a situation that keeps going back and forth, because what I see happening when this person pulls back from you, you go inside yourself, and that's your time for deep reflection and introspection, being really open and honest with yourself in ways that you haven't before. And then I can see where the connection comes to a final end and a new path opens up for you. So this could be you finding closure, the closure that you really need in order to move forward. For some of you, do you need to, for whatever reason, for you to be able to move on? Are you setting yourself up to learn the hard way? That's my question, because it almost feels like when this person pushes you away, it'll be your decision that that's the last time they're going to push me away. So it's almost like some of you need to have this final experience so you feel like you did everything you needed to do in order to truly move forward and find closure with or without this person. So for some of you here, I know you're trying to make a big decision when it comes to this connection. So that's the way that I can see things unfolding. It's this person's ego and their ego being so bruised and wanting you to understand what that feels like. That's the biggest blockage between the two of you, because I know when they listen to their heart tells them, I want to hear from you. I miss you. I don't want to be apart. It just feels like they're going to put you through the ringer. Okay, Aquarius, I hope that this is helpful for you. Know that these messages only come from a loving place. I love you guys so much. Okay, my beautiful Pisces. So if you make your move, what is the potential outcome? I can see where if you make your move, it truly restores peace and a connection. Are you connected to a Libra or an Aries? I'll mention that energy, as well as Scorpios, because I can see it coming through in your reading, Pisces. Or maybe that's your own moon or rising sign. Or you could even be on the cusp of Aries, cross watchers. I'll mention it because it's coming through. So, feels like you guys could have even had an argument, and that could be what is dividing the two of you right now. I definitely see some behavior that's worth apologizing for. If you make this move that you're thinking of, Pisces, it will put an end to arguing, bickering, fighting, anger, and it really opens up a path for you, even a divine partnership. Or is that your father? For some of you, that's the energy of a father or a father figure or the patriarch. So obviously, if you're thinking about mending your family structure, apologizing to a family member, or hoping that opening the lines of communication is going to result in an apology, communication, and finding peace, that's the result that I can see if you make your move. If this is in regards to mending a family or something with the father, the patriarch, family ties, if you're looking to come to an agreement, because this feels like finding peace and an apology to me. So I know that's what the end result will be. For some of you, this has to do with maybe the father of your children, your husband, or someone that's in that position of being a spouse or a parent tied to this person that deeply. It really will bring the two of you back together, you making this move, because I just feel your connection will be even stronger than ever. It's going to make things head in the right direction, especially if that direction is deepening the connection, marriage, moving in that direction. That's where I see things heading, because this totally represents marriage and a spouse. So I see things headed in that direction. It's just a matter of putting everything out on the table and both parties taking accountability, because Pisces, I know that that's what someone will want to see from you as well if you make this move towards them. It's all, just know though, it results in something beautiful. The overall energy is justice. That's you finding and receiving the justice you feel you deserve, but justice to the situation and the circumstances overall. It's about making things right, and things will be made right if you make this move that's on your mind. And for some of you, it's important for you to know how you'll be looked at if you make this move. Especially if you are a man watching this, a masculine energy watching this. You're going to be elevated to such a higher position in their eyes, looking at you as someone that is a protector, a provider. marriage material, father material. You'll be put in a completely different and positive light, an elevated light, being put up on a pedestal. I feel like it'll mend your reputation if that's at all in jeopardy. That's what I can see happening. Someone's reputation is in jeopardy, and when you make this move, Pisces, the reputation is restored. Could even be someone's reputation in your eyes. So I feel like all signs point to yes for you because of the way that it smooths everything out and levels it out. The only message that kind of gives me hesitancy, a caveat here that I can see, is the way that it's time for everyone to kind of fess up and put everything out on the table and really take ownership and accountability. That's what I can see going on, Pisces. I love you guys so much. If you decide to make your move, what is the potential outcome? That's what we're going to tap into right now. Is this over a Cancer? Are you thinking of a Cancer or a Leo? Leo, Cancer, cusp energy coming through, cross watchers, your moon or rising sign Aries. I'll mention that because it's here. So it feels like this person has mixed emotions and mixed decisions when it comes to you. Let me show you these energies here. And the overall energy coming through as the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So this shows me what you'll be met with at first, but then it feels like that energy shifts and you get a very positive and happy result if you make your move. So if you make your move, they're not going to reject you. They're going to respond to you or pick up the phone. They're going to let you in. So even if you're thinking of going to where they are, if circumstances warrant you doing that, I feel like they'll let you in. That's the thing. This person unblocks you from their energy. They're going to do a lot more listening than talking. And when they're listening, that's their way of scanning you and figuring out your true intentions, figuring out whether or not they believe what you're saying and if it's sincere, if they believe what you're, bringing to the table, so to speak. I say that because I see how protective they are of their heart. They feel like they need to protect their heart. So I know that they're not going to take what you say at face value. They'll be doing things like even reading your body language, looking for signs. So they'll listen to you. I feel like they'll give you the floor, let you say everything that you want. They'll give you their undivided attention. The two of you are going to have a very important conversation. And it feels like when you're having this important conversation, time kind of stands still. So I see you'll be left feeling like you're not really sure how this person received you. You won't be sure where you stand with them. I feel like they'll be very stoic. They'll be very quiet because they need time to process it. They're trying to process it in the moment. And then I feel like they're going to need to deeply digest it afterwards. So it feels like when it's all said and done after this important conversation, they're left just battling their head and their heart and they don't know what to do. Because they have some hard feelings when it comes to you, Aries. Overall, this person has hard feelings when it comes to you. They just feel at one point in time, their kindness was taken for weakness, and they feel like they were disrespected. So when you come forward and make your move, they still have those feelings, but I know they want to listen. I know they want to let you in. I know they want to hear you out, and they will. A short amount of time passes, a very brief amount of time, where this person processes what they feel and ultimately decides to go in the direction towards you because that's what brings the most joy and happiness into their life. And once they sit with it for a while, a very brief period of time, they're going to feel so happy that really their prayers have been answered and their wishes were answered. Because when it comes to you, Aries, this person feels like the two of you have unfinished business. So the fact that, you make this move, you come towards them, you come forward in whatever way you need to make the move towards this person, and they feel after they digest and process everything, that's when they say to themselves, finally, okay, I'm not going to be mad anymore. I'm not going to hold a grudge anymore. I'm not going to keep them away from me anymore. And I'm going to open myself up. Finally, I believe them. So it's not a warm and fuzzy reception at first, but that energy quickly turns around and I see this person letting you in and just so much joy, potential for joy between the two of you. Okay, Aries, I love you guys so much. That's what I can see. Hey, Taurus. So if you make your move, what is the potential outcome? What will the results be? Let's ask Spirit to show us. Wow. So it almost feels like a string of bad luck or like a curse has been lifted away from me. A black cloud is lifted away from me and I have clarity and I have direction. So I feel like Spirit is definitely prompting you to take action if you resonate with that. If you feel like you just have this black cloud over you or like bad luck surrounding you, I feel like Spirit is telling you to make this move because look at this energy coming through in the middle. It does feel like very superstitious. It feels very magical. The devil and the magician together. But when you see it come in reverse, it's like breaking through that. Rebuking it, abolishing it, putting an end to it definitely and permanently so it can't come back around again and do any more damage. Like a very dark and negative and heavy energy expelled. So expelled to never come back again. So it makes me wonder, what are you guys watching this for? Because for some of you, I just pick up on this deep sense of being oppressed and smothered. And if you make this move, the freedom, so much to the point where it feels superstitious, like I was cursed and now that curse is broken. Are you guys thinking of family curses, generational curses, love curses? When I say curse, it's just like someone's mindset into believing that they're bound by something. And if you make this move, your mindset changes where you feel like you're no longer tied and bound by whatever that darkness is that you experienced or have on your mind, because a path opens up and you have allies. You have supporters surround you. I mean, the Three of Cups coming through. That is complete and utter and total support. The Knight of Wands as the overall energy that shows me things shifting for you. I can see you bouncing from one short lesson to the next. And I mean that in a positive way, because there's so much energy that feels like I'm free and I have the freedom to do things I haven't been able to do. So for some of you, this is an important reading to you, because I can see how deep these beliefs go in something that's binding you and holding you back, and the way that if you make your move, how much freedom comes to you. Such a sense of freedom here, because this Knight of Wands there's a lot of pleasure and enjoyment and excitement that comes along with that energy. Enjoying yourself and then feeling like you're surrounded by allies. People who truly support you and understand you and have similar experiences. And just so much freedom that comes along with feeling like you're in the right place at the right time. And moreover, you know what will happen the next day. There's no more mystery. So there's this sense of being grounded, centered, feeling like it definitely brings in consistency and stability for the future, for long term. Ultimately, that's where things will go, and that's how you will feel. So everything feels right about you making this move. I see nothing but positivity that comes to you if you make this move. For others of you, with this kind of friendship, sex, there's a lot of sexuality coming through in your reading, Taurus. I mean, all of this shows me that. So, the move that some of you want to make, does that have to do with pursuing someone? Even sexually pursuing someone? I feel like you could end up with a friends with benefits kind of energy. Ultimately, that's where it feels like it goes. But then I know for some of you, that could give you the direction and clarity you need about this connection, you know? If you're wondering what it was going to be long term, for some of you here, I just pick up on this energy of someone that comes across as a friend in your inner circle, an acquaintance, someone that's around you now that you have your eyes on. You really enjoy this person's company. They're so much fun, and then on top of that, they're so attractive and sexy. I feel like if you resonate with that and you make your move towards this person, I feel like it'll definitely start kind of like a fling vibe between the two of you. I see a lot of passion. I see the flirtation. I see the anticipation. I see you guys kind of keeping it secret, sneaking around to a certain extent, but then there's something about that that's very exciting. These blurred lines are really exciting. It just results in something that was casual. I feel like you'll be able to maintain the friendship and connection when things fizzle out between the two of you sexually. You'll still have this person in your life as a friend. Okay, Taurus, that's what I can see going on, you guys. I love you so much. Hey, Gemini. So let's see. If you make your move, what is the potential outcome? It feels like it's something that feels very successful to you at first. You just get this burst of, empowerment. The Magician is the overall energy. So it's kind of like a power trip if you make this move, because I see you feeling like you're unstoppable and you're on top of the world, and that there's nothing that you can't get, that you can't do. But honestly, Gemini, it feels like that is very short term, and you are setting yourself up ultimately to be disappointed. So you're getting a lot of warnings for you to consider. Let me show you these energies coming through. For some of you, it could even be a huge loss for you financially. So if you're watching this reading, looking for a sign from Spirit about a financial investment, it feels like it ends up in a big loss for you. Something that leaves you feeling like it was a huge disappointment, So I feel like you need to be careful. I just feel like you have to watch out for someone that comes across as a scammer even. These two energies feels like it's someone playing a game. Someone who acts one way, that their standards are so high, you have to reach certain qualifications in order to get in this person's good graces. That's how they come across. But none of that is real. That feels like it's a front to me, because this person lets everyone in and they say yes to everyone. This is a person that's, or circumstances that they're going to take what they can get when they can get it. But they put up this front of acting like what you can get from them is so exclusive when really it's not. So let me explain this to you. For some of you, I'm picking up on a person's energy. For others of you, I'm picking up on the energy of circumstances, as far as maybe trying to join up with a company or making an investment. The way that it feels is they said yes to me. They let me have access to this. Because I made my move, they said yes. I feel like I'm unstoppable. But be careful with that, Gemini, because this person will say yes to everyone. It's not an exclusive opportunity to join up with them or be in a relationship with them. And it definitely feels like this person is a user. They'll get what they can when they can, and they are very insincere. So this person will play a weird game with you. You're going to give and give and give and not even have straight answers and know where you stand with them. It's not worth the initial power trip. It just feels like it's initially a power trip that fizzles out to something that is very disappointing. And what I want to stress to someone is it's not a reflection of you and your worthiness. This is a person that looks like they're a user. They're not, or it's not to be taken seriously. It feels like it's a scam. So huge red flags warning you against being scammed, or huge red flags warning you against someone's true intentions towards you. Okay, my beautiful Geminis, that's what I can see. And I just want you to remember that these messages only come from a loving place. So just take from it what you choose. Hey, Cancer. So if you make your move, what is the potential outcome? Let's see what Spirit shows us. So for anyone that is looking for questions about a relationship, a romantic relationship, getting back together with someone, if you make your move, I can see that it really opens up the line of communication between the two of you. Like that path between the two of you will be opened again. I mean, look at these beautiful messages coming through. Sagittarius's energy is here. Cancer, is that who you're thinking of? Very strong Sagittarius energy. Could be cross watchers or your own moon or rising sign. I just see where you making your move just brings in such a great relief and anxiety and worry and confusion and not knowing where to go, not knowing what to say, not knowing what to do. If this separation or someone waiting for you to make your move, or just that energy of waiting to make a move and going back and forth in your mind, should I or shouldn't I? You receive so much peace and clarity and direction just by deciding to make this move. You should make the move because it brings so much clarity to you. So if you're looking to get back together with someone, for sure you should, because it results in the two of you getting back together again. And I just see this relief. 3 of Swords in reverse, 8 of Swords in reverse. That's like my mind is at peace. My heart is not aching anymore. I feel positivity is back in my life. I feel like I'm free. I feel like I can move forward. I feel like I know which direction to go in. I feel like it feels right. If you're thinking about asking someone to be back in a connection with you, they will feel like it's right. They will say yes. It brings the two of you back to a place of peace, consistency, clarity, and really just feeling blessed and grateful for this chance. Waking up in the morning with clarity, going to sleep with a peaceful mind. You will be the one that's putting in most of the effort. They want to be with you. They feel the same way that you feel. They look at it as though it's your responsibility to be the one who does most of the stepping up, so to speak. They're looking for you to take charge in every way. The end result is very positive. Love returning to your life, the romance rekindled, the relationship rekindled. If you're watching this for another reason, and you're looking to maybe start something again that you took time off from doing, but you keep going back and forth because you want to get back in that again, I think that you definitely should. Be prepared for hard work and dedication, but it will definitely all be worth it in the end. You'll feel like you're on the right track. You'll feel like many opportunities open up for you after that. And then I can see where it brings the energy of allies and support towards you. Could be something that sets you up for long-term success. Okay, Cancer, that's what I can see going on, you guys. I love you so much. If you make your move, what is the potential outcome? That's what we're going to explore today. Okay. Sagittarius's energy is coming through. Are you guys thinking of a Sagittarius? Cross watchers, moon, or rising sign, Leo? I'll mention it because it's here. The overall energy. If you're thinking about something romantic-wise, relationship-wise, having to do with someone that you feel is your other half, your kindred spirit, your soulmate, you look at them as the one. I can see the two of you coming back together and really seeing eye to eye. This is your energy and connection at its best, at its finest, in its highest vibration, and its highest sense of balance and harmony. So this is the result. So if you're thinking of a romantic topic, I see peace and harmony in that connection, and really that energy of the two of you being in alignment, in the highest vibration, in the most positive energy. And do you see even underneath, the angel is holding the 2 cups. So it's setting yourself up for something very positive, long term, no more obstacles in the way, something that brings many blessings into your life. If you don't know what's going on with this person that you really love, like if you guys are in a no contact situation, I do feel like they're carrying on with someone else, but it's not a real love connection. I do see that it is for an ego boost. So if you're going to break a no contact situation and get back in communication, I'm telling you that message so you're not blindsided by the fact that there is someone else in the picture. And I don't feel like they're going to greet you with open arms, so to speak. Know that they love you just as much as you love them, and you guys, you feel the exact same way about each other currently. This person will save face. Yeah, I feel like they'll poke fun. I feel like they'll tease. I can see them keeping their guard up with you in that way. If you make your move, nothing is going to stop them from reuniting with you, rekindling things with you. They will absolutely go all in. They will. They'll go big. But initially it feels like what they'll do is kind of like tease you and keep it lighthearted. It's playing hard to get at first. If this is something where you want to make a move that is business-wise or relocating, I see you getting what you want I feel like the results for you are going to be very successful because of the way that it feels. Everything comes into alignment. If you're waiting to hear an answer from someone, receiving that answer is not straightforward. It's not straightforward. So kind of feeling like you have to adapt. You have to adjust, you have to adapt. But when you do that, I see what the end result is. And it's you truly feeling like the connection has come into alignment or your life has come into alignment. You won't feel like you regret the choice to make your move. Even though there's some complications, I see how beautifully it works out for you. Majorly it works out for you. Because for some of you, this is a person that you rekindle things with, and you're with them forever after that. There's no more blockages, no more running and chasing. It's you're together forever from that point on. For others of you, why does this person come across as someone that has control issues? So if you resonate with what I'm saying and you know that you've already dealt with that before when it comes to this person, I feel like they're going to put you back in a position again where you feel like everything around you is controlled. But then I also see that the love you have is real. I see that. I see the way that how you feel and how the two of you feel about each other and how blessed you are. But it just feels like you don't have the kind of freedom that you want. So even though you come into alignment, you get what you want, I see the two of you being very happy. There are still things about the connection that this person will continue to control, or definitely voice a strong opinion about how they feel and what they want and how they want things to go. So if you feel like this person was controlling or bossy or could slip into that energy at times, I feel like that still remains the same. You get the same results. So some of you will be picking your battles. Okay, Leo, that's what I can see going on, you guys. I love you so much. All right, Virgo. So if you make your move, what is the potential outcome? That's what we're going to tap into right now. I feel like you get a response back for sure. A decision will be made, a final decision, which I feel can bring you a lot of relief. The initials B and J are coming through. Is that important to you, Virgo? Are those your initials, you and your person? Is that important to you? I'll mention it because it's coming through. So a blockage is definitely going to be removed. So if this is romantic and you know that it's something as simple as, if I make a move, will they let me back in? Will they unblock me? Will they respond? Will they pick up? Yes, absolutely. That's very clear. And if you're hoping that that will allow you to rekindle things with this person, if they'll be open to your pursuits, if you're trying to court them, trying to take them out, romance them, I feel like I see that happening and they'll be open to it. They will say yes. I feel like you making your move brings so much peace of mind to yourself, as well as over the circumstances. Brings peace of mind to the situation. Someone is just going to see this person's true colors, and I mean that in a positive way. This person has a tendency to be reserved, to kind of keep to themselves. It feels like it's a person that can be very stoic, doesn't talk all the time, has their quiet side, and that's just who they are. That's just how they are. If that's been confusing, and if anyone has been wondering, is it me? Are they really interested? Or are they not? You're going to see that this person is the way that they are. It has nothing to do with their level of interest. They just tend to be reserved. They tend to be quiet. They kind of just tend to be more introverted. That's their style. That's just how they conduct themselves. That's how they do things. So if anyone here has been in their own head, so to speak, about that person's behavior and even making false connections as far as their level of interest, looking at it like, oh, well, that determines how interested they are in me. No, you're going to see that that's not true. And that's a very positive thing to find out. It's knowing for sure where you stand with this person or where you stand in the eyes of the other one. If this has to do with career, especially if you're in the entertainment industry, and you're thinking of making your move, I feel like you're going to be received in very positively. It's just like you need to make this move because it switches the energy up. If you feel like you've been going in one direction and that's been a dead end, if you make this move, it really does bring in all new opportunities. You need to pivot. You need to go in another direction if you want to clear blockages in your career. And you already know what move to make. If you make that move, I feel like you are going to get callbacks. You are going to have offers that come in for you. You will be received very positively and in a loving light. You'll have positive people drawn to you who see your reputation, who see your skills, who see your character, and like just have their mind made up about you in the most positive way, cementing your reputation in a very positive light. And then you're just going to see the way things work. That's the beautiful thing about it. You pivoting and making this move helps you see the industry that you're in a much clearer light. And things that you were taking personally before, you're going to see that you don't need to take those things personally because it's not personal. It's just the way things work. Okay, you guys, that's what I can see going on, Virgo. I love you so much. All right, Libra, if you make your move, what is the potential outcome? That's what we're going to find out right now. I feel like it doesn't really set you up for consistency and stability if you make this move. I feel like it brings a great deal of relief to you, just like deciding to do it and doing it. Do you know what I mean? The fact that you actually did it and took action, I feel like you're putting so much pressure on yourself to do it. So when you finally do it, that's why it feels like you get into this mindset of, I feel so much better. I feel so relieved. So I see where you do get this sense of relief, but it feels like it's only because you're pressuring yourself so much. So if you finally just say yes to yourself, that's where this relief comes in. It's short term though, and it's not setting you up for consistency. It feels like if you make this move, you put yourself in a position where you have to keep stretching yourself thinner and thinner or compromising on certain values, things that you don't want to compromise on. You keep changing and adapting in order to suit the circumstances. Nothing is changing around you. You're the one that's changing. So that's very important for you to know. And it just feels like you're in this cycle of having to go a little bit further, do a little bit more in order to just keep up with it or feel like you're remaining noticed. It feels like you're looking for consistency and stability that someone or something or the circumstances cannot provide for you, won't provide for you. Like you're just kind of chasing your own tail, so to speak. You keep trying to do more and go harder and stretch yourself thinner, but it's not getting the results that you want. Still feels like you're chasing, chasing, chasing. Is this about a Gemini or a Scorpio or a Sagittarius? Do they have anything to do with this? Or is that your own moon or rising sign, Libra? Cross watchers here. So this just feels like if you make this move, you're choosing a path for yourself that just looks like it's difficult. It looks like it brings more lessons and obstacles before you actually before you actually achieve what you want, receive what you want, before you actually feel like you have security and you're in alignment. Could you get to that path more directly? I think you can. You'll know what that is. If you make this move, you're choosing a path that I feel in a way sets you off course. Feels like there's a more direct path for you to take to get what you want. And if you make this move that you're thinking about right now, Libra, I feel like you're delayed. And it just feels like it's an uphill battle. So if you're watching this and you're looking to get messages about a love connection, something that's just important to think about is how much are you willing to change to get this person to settle down with you or provide consistency or give you what you want? How much are you willing to change and compromise? And then think about if you do all of that changing and compromising and you still don't get what you want or deserve in the end, what will that experience be like for you? Because for some of you, you already know. For some of you, this person has just shown you so much inconsistency. So it's just important for you to think about how much you want to keep settling and compromising and how thin you can stretch yourself before you actually are receiving back from this person what you want and what you deserve. Okay, Libra. That's what I can see going on, you guys. I love you so much. Hey, Scorpio. So if you make your move, what is the potential outcome? This feels like you're being pulled. You're being pulled in different directions. That's what it feels like. Are you guys thinking of a Pisces or a Sagittarius? Their energy is here. Cross watchers or your own moon or rising sign, Scorpio. If this has to do with a romantic connection and there's trust that's broken between you and this person, if you make the move you have on your mind, if you make your move, I feel like you're just left in this position where you still don't have all the answers that you need in the moment. So this feels like it's something that could go on over a few days, trying to get clarity with this person. So for some of you, if you want to get back together with them, because I see this energy here, the Five of Cups lets me know some of you are in this space where you're broken up, or maybe you've broken up a while ago, definitely not together. If you make a move and you're trying to rekindle things, or if you make this move that's on your mind, I just see you left feeling like you don't know how the other one really feels about you. Even left questioning how much they support you, how much they do genuinely love you. It just feels like you're in this position where you have all of these questions about where you stand with them and how they truly perceive you and how they truly feel about you. So even if you make your move, it doesn't look like it brings the two of you back together when you make that move. It's not until a few days pass that this person is left to think about things. They kind of need to stew over it, marinate on it. They need to digest it. They need to process it. And it feels like they're going to decide that it can't really be over between us. We have unfinished business. We can't let our connection come to an end. So that's when I feel they'll start to work on rebuilding the trust. But this person's energy is also very skittish. It feels like you'll see them come forward and then take a step back. I just don't see them being open and trusting and embracing and optimistic with rose-colored glasses. I see someone who feels like they're afraid, but they know what the bigger picture in the future holds for the two of you, and that's more important than letting their fears overcome them. I see them forgiving. I see them letting you court them or pursue them or continue to make moves towards them. Some of the old things you used to do may not have the same effect on this person, though, Scorpio, and I think you'll see that for yourself. It just feels like this person lets you in little by little. So if you're down with slowly rebuilding the connection and rekindling things, then things will move in the right direction with you and this person. But if you're looking for them to accept you back right away or hold on to you tight and receive you with open arms, it feels like this person will leave you wondering. They're not going to give you all the answers that you're looking for right away. I see you in this position where you're wondering. If you're going to make this move, just be prepared to not have all of the answers you need right when you want them. Feels like this person is in control and leaves you in limbo waiting, but then ultimately decides to choose you and move forward with you. The theme around your reading is fixing my reputation, getting a second chance, rebuilding trust, fixing it. So I feel like that's what the overall outcome will be. That's ultimately what you will receive if you make this move, patching things up. Okay, Scorpio, I hope that is helpful for you. I love you guys so much. Okay, Sagittarius, if you make your move, what is the potential outcome? Okay. So if this is about work and career, it's very important for you to think about what are some things you will compromise on? What are some things you're willing to settle and accept? And I feel like Spirit really wants you to think about what you value and what's important to you. Because if you make your move, I see where you beat out a lot of competition and you are picked and you are chosen. But then it feels like you have this lingering reputation. Okay? And the thing that's messed up about it is, for some of you, that reputation is no fault of your own. Really reconsider putting yourself in a compromising position because of the long-term effects it could have to your reputation. Even though you're picked, you're not really achieving stability like that. So this position that you are looking for or fighting for, do you even really know everything that comes along with it? I don't say that to insult your intelligence. I say that because I feel like Spirit wants you to look into it a little bit further and make sure you know what you're really getting yourself into. Because it feels like in order to be successful in this position, you have to compromise on a lot of things that are important to you. And then you're not even really getting anything that brings long-term success, stability, and wealth. It feels like you get a bunch of smaller opportunities or short-term opportunities that come to you, but it doesn't lead to success the way that you want it to, stability the way that you might want it to. So it feels like that's not the right path for you to choose because of the way it leaves you feeling very empty. Even though you win and you beat competition and you're chosen, you still don't feel fulfilled and you're really settling. Okay, that's important for you to know, Sagittarius. So if you're watching this and you're thinking about romance, because when I see the Five of Cups and the Knight of Wands, I start thinking about relationships, chemistry, sexual experiences, and things like that. So if you make your move, there's still this overwhelming sense of compromising in ways that make you feel anxious. I can see you feel a bit of shame for as well. What is the prize that you're seeking, really? It feels like this energy brings in heartache. It feels like it brings in disappointment. It feels like it brings in short-term pleasure and satisfaction, but that's here today and gone tomorrow. And then there's a lot of feelings here of emptiness. So obviously, I feel like you're getting a lot of red flags in your reading, Sagittarius. Because of the way that I see it looks so fleeting and I see you feeling defeated and like, this is not something you want to just gloss over, because the Hierophant is about things that are important to you, core values, even certain spiritual or religious factors. It's your connection to your higher self, your soul, your beliefs. And when I see that come in reverse, doesn't look like you're setting yourself up for success if you make this move. Pisces energy, Sagittarius' energy, Taurus' energy is all here. Is this about a Taurus or a Pisces or another Sagittarius? Your own moon or rising signs, cross watchers, I'll mention that energy because it's here. There's such a sense of ego, temptation. So that's why I think it's important for someone watching this reading to just think about this goal that you have. What are you actually getting and why do you have this goal? Because for someone here, I know that they'll see that they're in it for the wrong reasons. Feels like you're setting yourself up to be one of their romantic options. And maybe they'll choose you for a day or a time or a night. And I know how good that can feel, getting this person's attention, because let's face it, like, they're charming and they're sexy and they're exciting to be around. But if you're not down with being one of their many romantic options, I would say be very careful about your choice. Be very careful about this move that you want to make. It can affect your heart in ways that maybe you didn't anticipate. It can bring you down in ways that you didn't anticipate. So I feel like Spirit is telling you to not compromise, and moreover, to know for sure why you're interested in something or why you want something or someone and why you're going after this person, or why are you going after what you're going after? Where is that coming from? Think very carefully about what's important to you and what you don't want to lose. The part of yourself that you'd never want to lose or compromise. Okay, Sagittarius, that's what I can see going on, you guys. I love you so much. All right, Capricorn, if you make your move, what is the potential outcome? That's what we're going to tap into right now. I can see that it definitely does bring you closure, the closure that you need, and maybe even the closure that's needed regarding the circumstances or the closure that this person needs from you, Taurus's energy is coming through. Are you guys thinking of a Taurus or a Sagittarius, cross watchers, moon or rising sign? So if you're watching this and you're thinking about romance, someone on your mind that you want to reach out to, talk to. So if you make that move, this person does a good job of taking your power from you, Capricorn, and making you feel small, like really bringing you back down to the present. It could be like a very unexpected reality check. I just see how you feel. Like you feel like I'm deflated and I'm brought back down to earth. If anyone here is thinking of, making a move towards someone, hoping that it'll result in me getting what I want when I want it, hoping that it'll result in maybe us being able to like hook up or have something that's more casual, this person is not going to go for that if you have that on your mind. I feel like when it comes to sex, they'll shut down completely. You'll see them become very reserved. You'll even hear about some things that are important to them as far as their values, beliefs, even religious values, spiritual values. If you're thinking of being super sexual with someone, Capricorn, or if you're just thinking about something shallow or physical, if you're making a move in that direction, it's not going to result in you getting what you're looking for. This person could even try to give you a taste of what that feels like. So let me explain this to you, because if you're thinking of having something casual with them, I feel like they could even play along at first. But it's only because I think that they want you to see something about that behavior. So from their perspective, they feel like they need to bring you back down to earth. They need to deflate your ego. And it feels like they could say yes to you and then pull back and say no to you. Back out on plans with you, leave you stood up. So it all depends on your intention. So if you have those intentions towards someone of either getting what you want or having something shallow or just sexual, or even if you are thinking about using someone, I feel like that will backfire on you. So if you have intentions like that, you're setting yourself up for a karmic experience. You're setting yourself up for karma to turn around and teach you a lesson. If anyone here is thinking about, I want to show this person that they're special, I want to reach out, I want to show them my intentions, like I know that there's things that I need to make up to them. So if you resonate with that kind of vibe, this person at first could totally try to paint this picture like they weren't thinking of you. They don't need an apology from you. They don't need anything from you. Like, I'm good, I'm unbothered. That's how they'll receive you. Because this person already has like suspicions when it comes to you. So they're already entering in with this guarded energy of, if Capricorn thinks that they're going to get one over on me, they're wrong. This could be the final answers that you need from someone in order to move on. And then it feels like this person is just going to test you from there on. Test you to see what kind of game you bring to the table, what kind of offers you make. And it feels like what they're going to do is keep rejecting you to see how much bigger you'll go, how much more you'll do. It feels like they're going to keep kind of pushing you away. I have to ask this question. Should this be something that you just let go and move on from? Because it feels so complicated. If you make your move towards this person, they have a lot of hard feelings. They want you to feel what it feels like to be rejected or to feel small. I just feel like you're setting yourself up to go through many complications, to be tested and be put through the ringer if you make a move towards this person. It feels like they are over what's happened. I feel like this person has disconnected from you emotionally. It feels like you could get closure here, but you go through the ringer and you pick a difficult path in order to find closure, which you could already have now if you allowed yourself to let this go. So it's like opening a can of worms. If you make this move, it feels like it opens a can of worms. And regardless of the history between the two of you, because for some of you, you don't have a tumultuous history, it just feels like, why do you bear the brunt if you make this move? It feels like you get the short end of the stick. Or you're put in a position where you're like the punching bag, or you have to bear the brunt of what someone else did. Like you're being punished for someone else's mistakes. This just feels like if you choose this path, it takes too much away from you. Something you should strongly reconsider that move. You should strongly reconsider that move. Okay, my beautiful Capricorns, I love you so much. That's what I can see going on. All right, you guys, so that is what I have for you today. I hope that you enjoyed these readings. I hope they were helpful. I send you all so much love and light. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you in the next reading.